Welcome to the Reiki Coach on Call podcast. I'm Mary Riposo, a Reiki master, teacher, mentor, and author, and I give Reiki practitioners the tools they need to get their healing work out into the world. Today, we're continuing our discussion on the business of Reiki, and I'm answering your questions about offering Reiki sessions as a business path. I'll give you the pros and cons, as well as what you need to get started with Reiki sessions. I'll share a personal story about my very first Reiki session, and I'll help you figure out if offering Reiki sessions is right for you. So, welcome to my office. I'm here at my desk having some Irish breakfast tea, one of my favorites. And truth be told, I might even have a shortbread cookie sitting next to it for later. But let's let that be our secret. I think I'm all set. So grab a seat, pour a cup of tea for yourself, and let's talk Reiki. So let's talk about offering Reiki sessions. Most Reiki sessions are offered on a one-to-one basis and last about 30 to 60 minutes, but that can vary. Sessions are usually in person, but can also be done remotely by phone, on Zoom, or off technology altogether. Offering Reiki sessions is where most practitioners begin, and it's where the majority of practitioners still work. It's where I started too, and where I first found success as a Reiki practitioner all those years ago. And I have to tell you, I still offer sessions and I love it. But if you're a newer Reiki practitioner, you probably have a bunch of questions swirling around in your head about offering Reiki sessions. You're probably wondering about the pros and cons and whether this is the right path for you. But don't worry, you're not alone. Stick with me and we'll go over everything you need to know about getting started with Reiki sessions. So first, let's take a look at the upside to offering Reiki sessions, and then we'll go over any pitfalls you might face before deciding whether to offer Reiki sessions in your business. Well, first of all, I can tell you that there are a lot of pros to offering Reiki sessions. Reiki sessions are always popular with clients. They're generally the first experience someone has with Reiki, and they're often the most impactful. Just think back to the first Reiki session that you experienced. I bet you remember it in detail. I know I do. Mine was smack dab in the middle of a hotel conference room during a wellness fair. I'd been suffering from a number of mysterious symptoms that hadn't responded to Western medicine, and I tried Reiki as a last resort. So I decided to go to a wellness fair and see what they had to offer. I was perusing the booths, looking at crystals and stones, trying out some of the singing bowls, and I even had a tarot card reading. But then I saw a booth offering Reiki and I was drawn to it. My first session lasted only about 10 or 15 minutes, but it completely changed the trajectory of my life. The Reiki practitioner radiated kindness as she greeted me. I was seated in a straight back chair in the middle of a busy room, but as I closed my eyes, time seemed to stand still. I saw swirls of color behind my eyes. Pulsations of purple, green, and blue flowed in and out of my awareness, and I felt heat and energy moving through me. And for the first time in ages, I felt a sense of hope and well-being. And all of this happened without the woman even touching me or knowing my name. I had so many questions. I needed to learn more. I immediately signed up for regular Reiki sessions. My health returned, and I felt more like myself than I had in a long time. My Reiki master suggested that I take Reiki training so I could practice self-Reiki in between appointments. So I signed up for level 1 Reiki training. I practiced self-Reiki daily, and then I branched out to friends and family. Soon I found myself with a small practice. For me, offering Reiki sessions was a great way to get started and build confidence as a Reiki professional. And it can be for you too. When your business is new, you're bound to feel a bit nervous, and Reiki sessions can help you work out the jitters. As you start seeing clients, you'll get more and more comfortable with the process. You'll start seeing results, and you'll learn who you are as a practitioner. I'm not going to lie, I was super nervous when I first started. I wasn't sure what to say, how to start the session, or how to end. I felt like an imposter most of the time. I was hard on myself when I made mistakes, but as I got more experience, I felt more comfortable. And the good thing is, everybody's Reiki practice is unique in some way. People will be attracted to you based on your way of working. So my best advice is just lean into it, just do you, and know that there are people out there looking for exactly what you have to offer. As you can probably tell, I love offering Reiki sessions. It's so satisfying getting to know each person individually, and you'll get to witness how their lives improve from receiving Reiki. When you see clients privately for Reiki sessions, you get to see a lot of people short term, like maybe 1 or 2 sessions. So that gives you a lot of experience with a bunch of different people. But you'll also get to see others on a longer term basis. And that's super valuable too, because you'll get to see how regular Reiki sessions can benefit people in deeper ways. But beyond the immediate benefits of making a difference in people's lives, Reiki sessions can be instantly profitable, especially if you keep your overhead costs low, like not renting an expensive office space. Because truthfully, you can practice Reiki anywhere. That's the beauty of it. But the amount of money you can make offering Reiki sessions depends on where you're located in the world and where you see your clients. Although it can vary widely depending on your location and your level of training, most beginning Reiki practitioners can easily charge about $60 per hour for their sessions. And if you work remotely, you'll probably have very few expenses other than a phone or computer to connect with your client. On the other hand, if you offer in-person sessions, you'll need to spend more upfront. For instance, for in-person sessions, you'll need a physical space, a Reiki table, and all the things that go along with it, like linens, pillows, bolsters, etc. You can offer in-person sessions out of your home, out of clients' homes, within corporate offices, wellness centers or gyms, in public places, and of course, in private office settings. I've done all of these things, and there's no one way that's better than the other. Let's see, my first Reiki space was in my home. I used a spare bedroom, and then when my schedule started to fill, I shared an office with a massage therapist. After that, I had an office space of my own, and later I even opened a wellness center. In between, I offered Reiki in corporate spaces and at public events. Each has their own appeal. So my best advice is just pick one you're drawn to and try it out. You can always change and adjust. Okay, so I bet you're wondering how profitable Reiki sessions are. Well, the amount of money you can make with Reiki sessions varies, depending on where you're located in the world and whether you work in person or online. But I will say that most Reiki professionals don't work full-time practicing Reiki. If you do, that's great, so congrats. But the majority of Reiki practitioners have a part-time practice, or they have a full-time practice where Reiki is one of the many things that they offer, or one of several things that they offer. But overall, offering Reiki sessions can be pretty profitable, especially if you keep your overhead costs low. So as you can see, There are a lot of great reasons to offer Reiki sessions, but are there any downsides? Well, not really, especially when you're first starting out or if you want to work part-time. The way I see it, the biggest con with offering Reiki sessions is that you need to set aside regular days and times where clients can schedule with you. Clients need to be able to count on you for regular sessions. So if you're someone who needs a lot of flexibility in your schedule, and if you need to change your schedule frequently, that might be a problem. But the good thing is you can set your own work hours. So just choose when you want to work, let people know up front, and stick to those days and times for consistency. Another con might be that because Reiki sessions are one-on-one, over time, your schedule can fill up, and then you've reached the limit of how many clients you can take. That could be a problem if you're trying to grow your business or increase your income. If your schedule fills up and you're not looking to grow or increase profit, then you're golden. You can just temporarily stop taking new clients until you free up space. On the other hand, if you needed to grow your business, that would be the time to consider raising your rates. But either way, that's a pretty good problem to have, don't you think? So, should you go for it? The short answer is yes. I highly recommend offering Reiki sessions in your business for 3 reasons. 1, it's really satisfying to work privately with clients, and you can see the results they get firsthand. 2, it requires very little to get started. And 3, it can bring in income quickly. You can get your first clients with word of mouth marketing, which means you can easily get your business off the ground and running without having to spend a lot on promotion. It's also a great way to find your footing and to get comfortable as a practitioner. So I bet you're wondering, what exactly do I need to get started offering Reiki sessions? Well, I've created a quick start checklist for you, which I'll share in a moment. But first, let's take a Reiki break. A Reiki break is great to do anytime you feel the need to relax and come back to center. You're invited to participate whether or not you've been trained in Reiki. So put everything aside, including all your thoughts and concerns. Place your hands somewhere comfortable on your body. And if it's safe for you to do so, gently close your eyes. If not, you can keep your eyes open. This works either way. Now just begin to take some deeper breaths. Consciously release any tension you're holding. Now feel the healing essence of Reiki activating within you, flowing through you, within you, and around you. Coming fully into the present moment. The only moment there is. Feel yourself rooted to the earth, completely at home in your physical body. And feel your connection to spirit, opening to higher wisdom. And feel a deep compassion for all beings everywhere, including yourself. Resting in this space of grounded, spacious compassion. Staying for a few moments longer. Now begin to come back by bringing your awareness to your eyes. Take a couple of deeper breaths. Coming back fully now. That was so nice. I feel so much more relaxed and present now. So, where was I? Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. That's what happens when you practice Reiki. Time and space tend to just fall away. Okay, so this episode's quick start checklist is brought to you by the Done For You Reiki Practitioners Bundle. I created this bundle specifically for those who offer Reiki sessions. Included is a Reiki sessions brochure you can use to promote your sessions, which even has a place to add your own contact information. The bundle also includes the client forms that you need, such as a client information form, session documentation form, and written aftercare suggestions you can hand out to your clients. And finally, there's a business finances tracker you can use to document your income and expenses. The Done For You Reiki Practitioner Bundle will up-level your practice and bring a professional flair to your sessions. I will drop a link nearby for the Done For You Reiki Practitioner Bundle, so make sure to look for that. Okay, so now for my quick start checklist on how to get started with Reiki sessions. Number 1, decide on the sessions you'll offer and the prices you'll charge for those sessions. Most Reiki practitioners offer 30 and 60-minute sessions, but do what works for you. Once you've made your decision, create a write-up of what each session entails. You'll use this when you promote your sessions. Number 2, choose where to offer your Reiki sessions. If you offer in-person sessions, you'll need a physical space, a Reiki table, and items to outfit your room. If you offer remote sessions, it's even easier to get started. All you need is a quiet place to work and a phone or computer. Number 3, create a simple website, Linktree, Facebook business page, or Google business profile so people can find you. If you want to go low tech, just start with a business card. Make sure you include a phone number and email address. You can use your personal number and email, or for better security, opt for business accounts. Or use a cloud-based service such as Google Voice, where you can get a business number and have all your business calls routed to your personal number. This way, it keeps your personal and business life separate and can also help you avoid spam calls. Number 4, get a calendar to schedule and keep track of appointments. You can start with an internal calendar, such as a Google Calendar, or even a paper calendar. Beyond that, if you want to automate the client scheduling process, I recommend adding a scheduling tool like Calendly or Acuity. And number 5, decide how you take payments. You can start by accepting cash and checks, but most clients like the ease of paying by credit card, so I recommend checking into PayPal, Venmo, or Stripe. So let's recap. To get started with Reiki sessions, you'll need to decide on 1, your offers and prices, 2, where to work, 3, a website or some way for prospective clients to find you, 4, how to schedule sessions, and 5, how to take payments. So that's about it. Except you might be wondering, hey, Mary, don't I need a business name or an LLC? You haven't said anything about those. Well, you might be surprised by this, but I don't recommend registering a business name or incorporating until you've been in business for a while. It's important to test things out and see if you can make your business a go before taking this step. When you first start out, you'll be reporting your business income under your personal taxes anyway, so using your own name for your business is enough in the beginning. Just take the pressure off yourself and see how things play out for a while before you take the next step. There's no need to hurry with this. I hope you feel more inspired to offer Reiki sessions in your business now. I know you can do it, and I'll be here cheering you on. If you need a little more help, contact me to schedule a mentoring call, and make sure to check out the Done For You Reiki Practitioner Bundle. In the meantime, subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. And I'll see you next time for the Reiki Coach on Call podcast, where I'll spill the tea on teaching Reiki classes.